Hey, and welcome to the new Oaklands Island update. Came out today. We're going to drive over to the bridge because there now is a bridge. It's been put in place. Enjoy the nice scenery as we head back to the backside of the island here. And once where there was a danger sign, there is now a beautiful, beautiful blue bridge. Executed well, it's aesthetically pleasing, and it's annoying. I didn't understand why Defaultio put it in. It was a clunky paywall in lumber, and it's a time killer here. It's executed great. The dev team did a great job. It moved smoothly. It looks wonderful, but it's just why? Why is it here? All right, let me play this stupid memory game. And I'm going 50% speed faster, so this takes longer every time. So you have to get out of your truck, and one of the bonuses of vehicles in Oaklands is these sticky beds to keep your stuff frozen so you don't lose things. Well, every time you get out of your truck, you lose that sticky factor. So not only going across, I've got an empty truck, that's fine, but myself, and I know most people, are going to load it to the gills, and when they come back across, they're going to have to do all this all over again, and you're probably going to drop stuff and lose stuff. Anyway, on to the good stuff. There's wanwood and acacia trees. There's lots of them. They're a great green and a darker brown wood grain, which is really great for building your house or any other things you do. The surf shop has been moved over here. Always on the lookout for some of the new ores, which we'll take a look at back in the set when we get back there. And I'm going to veer off onto the sand road, and this will take us back to the mushroom cave. There's lots of thrills and chills and exciting events here. These purple mushrooms in the ceiling will shoot at you if you hold still, and one or two doesn't hurt too badly. But if you stand still long enough, you're going to get 4 or 5, and then you're going to be running back. So far, you don't lose your stuff. You take it with you when you die, and you respawn. But there's lots of good colors. There's a shop in here. I'm not going to cover it too much. I'll let you explore. Just be warned, it is slightly dangerous. And then we'll head up, and again, we got a nice mix of biomes here with tropical and desert. As of right now, this road doesn't really go anywhere. We can explore the backside of the island. There are some things to see. I don't want to spoil everything for everyone, but if you explore, you probably will be rewarded. So definitely explore when you get the time. And we'll head back into the desert. And again, we've added so many colors and so many textures. It's 40 plus. We have a cactus out here. We have limestone. And so we're getting a nice variation in greens and grays and metallics. Here we have deadwood. This comes out, it is an almost black wood grain, which is very nice compared to forged or refined black rock or dark slate. So sometimes you want that wood grain. Now you've got purple cacti up here on top of these pillars with the zip lines, and initial reports show that purple cactus sells really, really well. Oh, and then we've got these odd things. There's like 9 or 10 of these around the island. No one's discerned what they're for yet, but I'm sure someone will at some point. But you can get up these pillars. I'm not going to show you how, but you can. And I don't mean using the surfboard grabby grabber hack. You can actually get up by climbing them. at certain spots. There's Dancing Guy up on the zip lines. Looks like he's moved over from the junkyard. And we're going to head to the other side of the island through the desert. I believe there are 2 shops added. There's one in the Mushroom Cave with certain items, which I've got some back at the set. And then over here we've got the other shop that was added, Illuminae. It's a very modern blue tinted glass building. This looks great. And it looks like there's some inkstone in the wild, and inkstone is common. I know a lot of people ask for inkstone. It's here. You'll find it everywhere, and it doesn't sell for much, but there it is. You have it. All right, here we are at Illuminae. Assortment of lights, which I've also got back on the set. The garage door, boxed water, all these standard schematics plus some new ones. Ooh, I don't think I have the truss. Better snag that real quick. Forgot to get that one. Put it on the narrow counter. Nope, fail. Try again. All right, Normand. Yes, I'll take that truss. And neon lights. And unfortunately, that's also something that's slightly on the negative at this point. We got a bunch of new lights, and they're not lanterns, and that's great. Unfortunately, they just don't emit much light. So if you're using them for light, you're going to be disappointed. There are a couple exceptions, and I will point those out on the set when we get back there. Now, the lights are aesthetically pleasing. You can fill it with your materials. You can move them like a structure, which is very beneficial. Loose items, when you manipulate them, can be a hassle. So it's good. I'm glad they're here. I'm glad you can kind of customize them and place them where you want. And so we'll head back to the bridge. My favorite part of the expansion. Oh, so favorite. And we'll see Sleepy Guy. And granted, the NPCs are very cute. The dialogue is well done. But here we are doing the memory game again. So that's twice a run. I'd almost rather pay $100 than it's worth more than my time to do this. So, wonderfully executed mechanic. Just again, why? Why is it here? If this was an inventory game, I could understand maybe. But with physical objects like we use in Oaklands, it's just such a killer. All right, back across the bridge, and we'll head back to the set. And here we are back at my set. I had to throw this up really quickly before the update went out. These are definitely some of the high points of this update. 40 plus materials and textures. The nuances you can build with are just fantastic. I think I'm missing uranium. I can't confirm it's in the game. Supposedly it's a bright green one, neon green. But we've got a lot more slate and rock colors, a lot more metallics, a good variation of wood grains. This is just, as a builder, this is just great. Unfortunately, that brings us around to another negative, which is the lack of primary colors. Here we have the lights I was talking about. We saw them in Illuminae. Again, you fill it with your own material, so you can change the bases. I think I've used raw marble here for most of it. Some dark slate. Again, unfortunately, they look lit, but they just don't light. And here's the garage door. Again, it's scalable, so you can adjust it to your doors. The paintings are fun. It uses a 10-digit code. I asked Hofer about that. He said it's random. So as at this point, you'll have to figure out the 10-digit code. I've found some interesting ones. I'm sure someone will get a list soon. Here's a flashlight. You can actually carry this into your inventory and use it. A spare tire. A mask, which comes from the mushroom store, and then some dice, which are great. I believe there's 20-sided and 10-sided and 6 and 4. Everything you need for a good D&D game. You can actually throw the dice. And if you want to do if there's a board game competition or make a board game, I think that would be fantastic. Here's a hanging light up top. And then we've got some of the new schematics. And this is the fire emitter, and I put pyrite in it, which gives this bright yellow, and you'll get different flames with whatever you add to it. So that'll be something to experiment with as well. Now we've got a quarter sphere, a ramp, a quarter cylinder, an inverted sphere, a pyramid, a trapezoid, and a couple corner vertices. And then of course there's some inkstone in some chalky slate. So I mean, just lots of great stuff here. Again, just the lack of flat yellow or flat blue or flat green is, and a flat red, really. Here we have a miner's light, which is like the most effective light that came out in this set. So I highly suggest getting one if you want light. Here's a trolley and boxed water. I haven't unboxed this, but it should be interesting. The trolley is haphazard. It doesn't really move very well. I don't know what you'd use it for at this point. Besides probably killing yourself and resetting. But again, as you look at the wall, there's just not enough flat primary colors, and that's kind of a killer for builders. Overall, this is a great expansion. I highly suggest playing it. So get out there and get building. And we'll see you again next time.